Durham defeated Yorkshire by 6 runs on the Duckworth-Lewis method to keep alive their hopes of qualifying for the knockout stages of this season's NatWest T20 Blast. Put in, Yorkshire lost Adam Lyth to the 4th ball of the match, Chris Rushworth starting an excellent night for him with a peach. Alex Lees began to get things moving for his side, with Paul Coughlin's first over of the night, the 4th of the innings, going for 18 runs. The left-hander not only struck 3 fours, but also cleared the rope as well. But Rushworth's accuracy was then rewarded again as he removed Kane Williamson for 8. Yorkshire left on 34 for 2 after 5 overs. But the last over of the power play belonged to Lees, who went after Usman Arshad. After beginning his over with a wide, the next 4 deliveries were all spanked to the boundary, as the Vikings ended their 6 overs of power play on 53 for 2. Lees had occupied only 23 balls for his 43 runs, but his 24th was his last, as he picked out Michael Richardson, who did ever so well to hold on off the bowling of Scott Borthwick, a wicket which left Yorkshire on 61 for 3 after 7. Borthwick then struck again in his next over. Gary Balance's reverse not working out, the former England man gone for a couple. The leg spinner didn't have it all his own way, however, Jack Leaning and Tim Bresnan going after him. But Coughlin was then brought back into the attack to remove Bresnan for 19. Phil Mustard involved again, taking hold of the thinnest of edges. With 5 overs left, Yorkshire found themselves on 111 for 6. Andrew Hodd picking out Gordon Mutchell of Arshad. Rushworth was superb throughout, his 4 overs bringing him the figures of 3 for 14, the wicket of Azim Rafiq not involving anyone else. Josh Shaw then ran himself out, Mark Stoneman the man keeping cool, as the Vikings slumped to 118 for 8 and were in danger of not using up all of their overs. The one man keeping the visitors alive was Leaning, who played a very smart innings with some very smart shots included. But having got to 48, he was out as Rushworth held on, a wicket which left the Vikings on 134 for 9 with 1 over of their innings remaining. Mustard then claimed his 3rd catch in the last over, Coughlin celebrating again as Yorkshire were dismissed with 3 balls unused for 134. It was a very gettable target, especially with Stoneman making a bright start in opening up with a partnership of 26 runs with Mustard made in the first 3 overs of the reply. But Mustard was then out for 8, caught off a plugged shot by Shaw. Stoneman then showed the wicket-taker Bresnan that life is not always that easy for a bowler in this format. The target reduced to 98 of 16 overs. With the storm clouds gathering and lightning flashing nearby, the Jets could have done without the loss of Stoneman for 25 in the 5th over, at the end of which the rules meant that we would definitely have a positive result in this contest. So Durham were up against it when the returning Ben Stokes on 5 found Williamson, who held on brilliantly at short extra off Lyth, whose first over brought him that wicket at the cost of only 2 runs. Thankfully, Kyle Carver did offer Ryan Pringle something to hit, the home team just staying ahead of where they needed to be. Another boundary had Durham on 57 for 3 after 8, the Yorkshire fielders beginning to feel the pressure. Summed up with the big moment of the night. With a storm brewing, Pringle was put down by Balance and picked up 2 runs. The end calculations would have been very different had the batsman been dismissed. And when Mutchell struck Rafiq to the rope a couple of balls later, with the rain just about falling, the Jets had the edge. Good job, because after that delivery, the umpires took the players off and they were not to return. The menacing clouds above seeing to that. Durham ended on 68 for 3 from 9.5 overs, and that gave them a victory by 6 runs. Pringle's undefeated 20 or 15 balls vital to the cause. It means a 3rd win from 7 starts, and next up is Worcestershire at home on June the 30th.